So, coming to part three, AI trends. So, AI used to cost a lot of money. Um, in the Yahoo days, about nearly 10 years ago now, we have a team in Beijing looking at machine learning for Chinese characters. We have another team in Taiwan looking at traditional Chinese characters, and of course, we have a team in Sunnyvale to look at English and other Latin-based languages. So all of that costs a lot of money, and the value it brings might not be as linear as as we hoped. So yeah, it used to cost a lot of money to be in the realm of AI and get your foot in and start saying that you're an AI company. But now it's definitely reduced a lot. Um, Despite saying reduced a lot, it's still very expensive. So take Robotaxi as an example. It is a company out in San Francisco. It's trying to create an autonomous taxi using AI technology, but it kind of failed. Not because the technology doesn't work. Partially, it's because of the legislation is not up to date to understand the responsibility of automated driving. There's one hurdle, but the main hurdle is actually riding that robotaxi ride is actually more expensive than a normal taxi company or even Uber. So from an economy point of view, or business point of view, why would a user choose a more expensive taxi ride? It's going to do the same job as a normal taxi does, apart from novelty of having having a ride on a taxi with no human driver. Apart from that novelty, it's not really sustainable because the margin is so low, or even no margin, or losing money to a certain extent. It's just not viable to keep carrying on investing in this company using AI technology. So the next thing is human brains are actually still pretty darn good. Um, we still do a lot of things that that AI cannot do at the moment. I think we're all scared of AI is going to take our job or replace us eventually. I, maybe is my thought. I don't think it will be here. It is not going to take our job or do what we do as a human being in the next few years. At least it cannot replace human workforce completely. It's going to replace some, but not the entire human workforce. So the shift is not about building AI capability, but is the challenge of creating a sustainable AI business. So this is why AI has been popping up everywhere now, because businesses have found a way to make AI business more sustainable than before. The marginal cost is close to zero right now. If you look at this picture, I'm sure a lot of you would recognize is a Pope in a very fashionable puffer jacket. And of course, by now we all know is a fake photo. The Pope never wore these. And but in reality, a few years ago, we can Photoshop the Pope head onto this body figure. But this picture is actually generated from thin air. There was no this puffer jacket. There was no this body figure. There's no Pope wearing this at all. It's not being photoshopped in, but generated by AI. In the past, it would cost a lot of money to put this together, if possible. You need a very good team of designers who are really good at Photoshop, and of course, it might even not be possible to ask the Pope to dress this way. But all of this can be done within, I don't know, if you're really good at prompting right now, you can do it within half an hour for sure to create something like this. Sorry, stay in the call. Right. So the cost of putting out something like this is very, very, um, very, very low right now. It's almost zero in doing all of that. Imagine, yeah, it could cost like $500 or even $5,000 to create something like this in the past. Now, just subscribe to Midjourney or subscribe to ChatGPT. You can make it $20 a month, $24 a month, and you can have it done within half an hour. And again, the marginal cost is close to zero even for 3D object creation. So this company called Triple SR has found a way to um, to to create 3D objects from 2D objects. So the top row here is a 2D object, 2D pictures. We're basically submitting pictures, and then it can turn into a 3D object. Um, I'm sure I haven't actually tested because it's not out yet. It's a sample. Yeah, it's an example that they've put out. But I'm sure even for a whole company to subscribe for a whole year, I think we're talking about $200 for a whole year, and then you can have all of this done as many as you. I would assume as many pictures, images as you want within seconds or minutes for a whole year for $200. In the past, if you have ever involved with a 3D animator, how expensive they are is beyond me. Eh, we're talking about few thousands or even up into five figures just to get some job done in 3D rendering. So the shift is happening. There's no doubt. There is only it is not the question of it is more about when it's going to happen now, and you have to be prepared for this, and you have to understand where your value is and where your company's value is with a shift towards the AI era. So all in all, I think there are four main AI pillars right now that we can be focusing on in the near future. One, companionship. I think is uh, in the previous slide, I pointed out one of the biggest usage of AI on web and also mobile phone is companion AI bots. Is definitely one pillar to look at, how you can improve your mental health, specific tasks like improve my maths and improve my learning, etc. So all those companion apps will be one of the big pillars. Um, and secondly is creativity. We've seen an abundant tools of creativities like Pika Labs, Midjourney, etc., etc. So this will continue to thrive. Next is productivity. You have started. I'm sure you have started seeing people talking about how AI can help product managers, how AI can help in marketing, how to use AI in sales. So those are productivity tools that is embedding in your normal day activity. How can you, how they can ensure you can finish your job quicker, be more productive, and then enjoy more of your free time, etc. So productivity is another great tool, great pillar to look at for next ideas. And last but not least is robotics. OpenAI is actually a demo video of a robot that they built. So yeah, robotics is definitely coming. It's coming fast as well. With all the Gen AI and all the learnings, it will give you uh, some excitements when robots can actually do your laundry, to do your dishwashing, to do other things that will have that doesn't need us to do because we don't enjoy, like taking over jobs that we don't enjoy, like cleaning streets, etc. It might not come in human form, but think about manufacturing plants. They already have robot arms. It's just giving them a few more arms or a few more legs so they can perform multiple tasks than just putting a door together or putting a windscreen on a car. So those are the main four pillars that I believe will be the backbone of the AI era. And a lot of you might be thinking, well, with all the advancement with AI, um, and potentially replacing our jobs in a few years' time. So, which jobs are actually going? So, Bloomberry has actually done a research for us at the beginning of the year. So, it has studied 5 million freelance jobs on Upwork from the top 12 categories during the period of November the 1st, which is a month before the release of ChatGPT, to February 14th in 2024. And surprisingly, only three categories of jobs saw a significant decline in demand. Number one, at 33%, is writing. Number two, 19% is translation. And number three is 16% at customer service jobs. So if you're not in this category, congratulations. If you are, um, I believe there's still survival. There's still a place for writers, translators, and customer service personnel out there. Uh, I think craftsmanship, user experience is going to be playing a big part in the AI era. No one wants to be served by bot for sentimental scenarios. So even though those are, is actually a lot less than I would expect, but if you're so unfortunate to be to be in these categories of declining jobs, think sharpening up your skills at a personal level, at a user experience level, is going to be a huge advantage in the AI era. Although AI is taking away some of the jobs, but it's also creating a lot more jobs. Just imagine SEO optimization isn't really a job title until recently, until the recent 10 years or so. And there's so many different jobs out there that didn't exist until the internet came along or until a new technology came along. So there's not too much. I don't think you should be too worried about losing your job. I think as long as like capitalism is still around, I'm sure the government is going to give you a job or encourage you to get a job somehow, somewhere. Um, it's been backed by the Jevons paradox, which says, when the technology becomes more efficient, it leads to an overall increase in consumption or usage. It's because the increase in efficiency tends to reduce the cost, which we talked about, the marginal cost is coming down, and making more accessible for other people, for the general public, in turns to encourage greater consumption. When there are more consumption of a certain product or certain services, more jobs are needed. It creates, not more jobs are needed, but more people for that job are needed. So digital marketing agencies, it didn't exist before. I think I'm sure people started off with digital marketing thinking, oh, it's such a niche. Well, now there are so many digital marketing agencies out there at the moment. Um, yeah, and making billions of dollars. So I think there will be more jobs. The jobs that we know of right now will definitely go into decline, but there will be new jobs coming along that we don't even have names for. So forget about AI replacing your job. I think it's more dangerous and more cautious that you should be thinking about AI is replacing businesses that aren't effective enough or pivot quick enough in the era of AI. So last few fundamentals to look out for as a trend. I'm not sure how we're going to get to this point, but I'm sure all the latest models are definitely leading us down or making sure these are one of their goals. One is multimodality, using multiple models to make decisions to create to get a job done. Uh, for example, using transformer and using diffusion together, and there are other models out there which you can leverage in completing a job, not just a task. Next is reliability. Uh, if you have tried to get the exact answer or exact outcome from a chatbot, is almost impossible. It's not it's not impossible, but almost. You always have some variations. It might say different things different times, and then if you come back the next day, it will tell you different conclusions as well. So reliability is another thing that it will be a big topic for most of the model providers. Also reasoning. I think I talked about in previous slides. Reasoning is not a stronghold of and logics as well. It's not a stronghold of AI models right now, especially in Gen AI. So by introducing better reasoning and logic skills or um, or capabilities, it's going to help us to understand how AI works and also how it came to a conclusion, and we can give more trust to AI models. So with that, thank you very much. And this is my LinkedIn. You're welcome to connect with me and ask me any questions through LinkedIn. I'm normally very responsive on LinkedIn. And thank you for your time.